You might find this hard to believe, but there is a guy in South Africa that claims he has become best friends with an octopus. But is this story for real, or is this just a case of make-believe created in the editing room? I've got the answer to that underwater mystery, plus answers on a couple other items that you guys are curious about. Like this video that claims to show a ghost caught on camera at Gettysburg, and a photo that claims this girl really has muscles that big. I've got all that, plus my favorite fake of the week, and a whole lot more, so stay right where you are. Hey guys, Bill here. We're going to get to our octopus story in just a second, but first I just want to say, wow, what a week it's been in the email department. You guys have sent me so much stuff in, I don't have room to cover it all. Like this viral video from New Jersey that came in.
Was anyone else's For You page flooded with this UFO right here from New Jersey?
Bro, everybody's stopping and stopping their cars and literally to record this.
Despite all the posts claiming this was a real UFO, it turned out it was nothing more than a blimp from the Goodyear Tire Company hovering over the Giants versus Steelers football game at MetLife Stadium. We also saw a lot of action in this picture of a giant rat corpse found in Mexico City. That turned out to be just a Halloween prop that ended up in the sewer system there. Kind of like this animatronic from Chuck E. Cheese that ended up in the dump here. Hey, just another week at the office, folks. But anyway, what do you say we get to our big story this week, which is actually a picture that claims to show a guy in South Africa that is best buds with an octopus. The picture was sent in by Raven McCloud, who just wrote, "Is this really true, or is that staged?" Raven, you know, I've spent a lot of time in the ocean with mermaid Melissa, and you know, we've looked at all sorts of amazing creatures, but she never said anything to me about octopuses being friendly. So let's take a look. A quick dive into the internet and a little reverse image lookup revealed this picture actually comes from a movie. It's called My Octopus Teacher and can be seen on Netflix.
I remember the day when it all started.
The man in the picture is Craig Foster, who claims he spent a year with a wild octopus in the waters off South Africa.
And then I had this crazy idea. What happens if I just went every day?
Okay, first off, I thought maybe this was a fictionalized movie, you know, with actors and maybe an animatronic octopus or something like that. But Netflix actually listed this thing as a documentary. Here's a piece of the trailer.
A lot of people say an octopus is like an alien. But the strange thing is, as you get closer to them, you realize that we're very similar in a lot of ways.
That looks like a really good show to me, but you know, it's these kind of shows where you really got to be careful. For example, do you remember the Megalodon show from the Discovery Channel? They claimed that was a documentary, but none of it turned out to be true. And then there was that other Discovery Channel show about mermaids. That was also a big fat fake. Thankfully, I have some really good contacts at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. I asked them if it's even possible for humans and octopuses to be friends. They kind of giggled a little bit and told me they did know about this movie, but they did supply me with enough solid information so that I could come up with this, the official answer. But here's the thing, if you watch this show on a regular basis, you know, I kind of like to hear from you before I tell you what's going on in here. If you think this movie, My Octopus Teacher, is on the level and Craig Foster really became good friends with an octopus, then vote real. If on the other hand, you think they staged or enhanced the friendship, then vote fake. And as usual, if you think we don't have a solid answer, well then you just go with unknown. You can actually vote on my community page by clicking on the link right down there, or you can just leave me your answer in the comment section. And if you're in a group or with your family, something like that, well, you can just yell it out, okay? All right, so you guys go ahead and do that. And while you're doing that, we're going to take a look at this week's mystery video.
So I just found these things on eBay. They're called metaballs, and what they're supposed to do is to attract each other in this peanut type shape. I don't really know how to describe it. It's morphing matter, I guess, is one way to describe it.
Can we take another look at that?
They're called metaballs, and what they're supposed to do is to attract each other in this peanut type shape. I don't really know how to describe it. It's morphing matter, I guess, is one way to describe it.
All right, guys, if you have a solid smoking gun answers with links to your sources, well then, please send me your information. The first one to get it solved will get a big shout out in a future show. By the way, we still don't have a solid smoking gun answer on this unidentified creature. Roland Wen said he thought it was something made out of cement, but he didn't have any proof of that. Austin Lee, Adhill, and Soham Brahm all claim it was a deformed porpoise, but couldn't back it up. Area code 330 claimed it was an Amazon river dolphin, but, you know, when it really came down to it, that was just an opinion. All right, guys, well, I guess we're going to have to just keep working on this one. So if you've got solid sources, you know, with links to things that prove it, you know, if it was created, the name of the person that created, anything like that, you know where to send it. All right, so let's get back to our best friends forever story. Did Craig Foster really become close friends with an octopus in the frigid waters off the southern tip of Australia? Or is this just a fantasy brought to you by some good old-fashioned special effects and clever editing? I hope it's real because, you know, I gotta say, I see a lot of octopus appetizers on restaurant menus, and if this was true, you know, maybe it would get people to eat more vegetables and less of our 8-limbed friends from deep in the ocean. You know, give those guys a break. Anyway, let's see what we got here for the official answer. Give me just a second. I want to double check this. Make sure this is the real answer. All right, well, this may not be the answer you wanted, but I have to tell you, it is a solid answer on whether that relationship in the movie is a real one, okay? So, the official answer, and this is coming from, you know, this, is basically what we have on our hands here is real. Thanks to my sources at NOAA, I was given a link to this story on CNN as well as a host of other news sources. Craig, it turns out, started observing the small octopus in 2010 and did swim with the octopus every day for a year. Over that time, the octopus learned to trust him, and they really did become very good friends. And the other thing is, this is not the only example out there of where octopuses have become friends with humans. They're actually very social animals. Here's another example that was posted by the Dodo channel.
I held the fish in front of his shell and he grabbed it from my hand. He touched my finger with his tentacle, and I think that we were both a bit surprised.
Guys, if you get a chance, I really want you to check out this movie. I am not being paid to say this or sponsored in any way. I just thought it was a terrific movie. It's called My Octopus Teacher. It's on Netflix, and you are going to be blown away by how smart this octopus is, especially when it defends itself from the local pajama sharks. Next up on our agenda today is this video. It was sent in by Kyle and his daughter Madeline and claims to show a ghost caught on tape at a place called Gettysburg. Kyle wrote, "My daughter thinks this is unknown and I think it's BFF, as in Big Fat Fake. Can you help?" Madeline and Dad, you know, this is not the first time somebody has claimed to see a ghost at Gettysburg, but I gotta say, this is the first time I've seen it captured on camera like this. The video they sent in was posted by the New York Post, which is a newspaper. The Post reported it was recorded by New Jersey resident Greg Euling as he drove through Gettysburg on September 2nd, 2020. The video only lasts 54 seconds, but in that time, we see this strange apparition come in front of the car. Let's take another look, blown up and enhanced. Okay, so if you think this video captured some paranormal event, then vote real. If you think it was not a paranormal event, then vote fake. And if you don't think we have a clue of what's going on here, well then just use unknown. Go ahead and leave me your answers down in the comment section or just shout it out. I'm gonna get out this ghostly answer here and we're gonna find out what we got. Is it an apparition or maybe just an aberration? Let's see what we got. But at any rate, can you imagine driving through Gettysburg at night and seeing a ghost? Now, a lot of you guys that don't live in the United States, you may not be aware that Gettysburg is actually a very famous battlefield from the American Civil War, many years ago. But driving through there at night is not something I think I would want to do to even start with. But anyway, let's see what we have here. And the official answer is, well, the video has been thoroughly examined, and after it has been examined, it has been determined to be, in terms of, it showing a ghost, well, it's been determined to be, well, actually, fake. Thanks to some sharp-eyed super sleuths out there, we now know this ghost was nothing more than some water on the windshield. Take another look and you will see what I mean. All right, well, I gotta tell you, one thing I've learned on this one is I am never gonna trust anything the New York Post publishes. I mean, look at the title they put on this thing. Gettysburg Ghost runs across road in bone-chilling video. I mean, they didn't even bother to check if it was real. I mean, it's amazing. I really have to agree, though, in the end, I really agree with what commenter Thomas Windsor had to say when he wrote, "I can't believe a window smudge is making national headlines." Coming up, does this woman really have muscles that big? Hey, before we go on to our picture of muscle lady today, I got a couple of quick ones I want to share with you. Shane Walter sent this video of the world's longest bus. Check it out. Shane, that is so fake, it's not even funny. I mean, what happens when this thing has to turn a corner? Can you explain that? Cody Legendary sent this next video. Look at this. Cody, this one is real. It shows the explosion that happened in Beirut when a ship full of fertilizer exploded at the dock there. Our next item today is this picture. It was sent in by George Bonilla. George wrote, "I don't know. It looks pretty fake. Photoshopped head on top of ripped body." George, this is kind of a tough one. I mean, on the one hand, I don't doubt that any bodybuilder, boy or girl, with enough determination and discipline can create some really huge muscles. But on the other hand, there's just something about this picture that's a little bit odd. The way her hair falls gives us a hint that those arms may not really be hers. Or if we look at the top of the t-shirt, it looks a little blurred, like there's some photoshopping going on there. All right, so take another look and let me know what you think. If this is an authentic picture, vote real. But if you think this is a trick of some kind, then I want you to vote fake. And if you think there is no smoking gun answer, well then vote unknown, okay? Okay, so leave me your answers down in the comment section or shout it out. I'm gonna get out this and we're gonna see what's going on there with Muscle Girl. I mean, did she really get, wow, look at that. Now that is sad. I got some serious work to do. Oh my, don't even forget you saw that. All right, let's see what we got here. And the official answer is, and you might be surprised by this one because it is real. Thanks to Facebook super sleuth Marinus Kramer Kelly Erkenbrack, and Darren Strange, just to name a few, we now know this is Russian bodybuilder Natalia Kuznetsova. According to the MNF website, she has been bodybuilding for about 15 years and has broken world deadlift, bench press, and arm lifting records. She has an Instagram account with millions of followers. Speaking of bodybuilders, here's another questionable picture that comes in a lot, and the answer to this one is... Okay, well, I only have one last thing to show you guys, so if you're thinking about clicking away at this point, don't do it, because we are about to enter my favorite fake of the week zone. And hey, don't forget, we have a new show every Friday, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get a shot at being first official comment and win the pin. If you have a picture and you're not quite sure whether it's real or not, send it in to me at billschannel@gmail.com and I'll take a look. And now for my favorite fake of the week. Eric Vanden Bosch sent in this clip. It's called 5 Godzillas Caught on Camera and Spotted in Real Life. It was posted by the Mr. Lion channel. Now, the first one is really fake, obviously, but all right, why not? But then by the time we get to the second one, I don't know. What can you say about this? Oh, I know. How about so fake, it's funny! Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.